J.R. Jackson, Gary Payton. I mean, this is just a regular thing now.
It's a regular thing. Y'all gonna see this face, this pretty face, and this other pretty face all the time.
I'm just saying, with Ricky's out now.
Yeah, Ricky gone for a minute. I'm sorry, Ricky. You fool around, we'll give you a check every now and then. Okay, Ricky?
A small one. But there's some things I always want to talk to greats about. One, off the jump. The comparisons, like when people say it's hard to play with LeBron James because he's a great and he has all these expectations. And therefore, some people, it's starting to get the feeling some people are afraid to play with him, even though you'd like to play with someone who wins. You're great. Did anybody get intimidated by you, especially since you were like a general, a floor general in the court? Did you sense that people were having trouble playing and living up to your expectations because of what you expected?
Yeah, some of them, but some of you got to go at a player different though. I was a feisty guy. I spoke my mind. I did a lot of things. I yelled at a lot of my teammates, but my teammates understood me because I always had their back and I boosted them up. When you were that dominant as a basketball player, you have to always boost them up. You can't always bring them down because then, like what you just said, they get scared of you and then they're afraid to make a mistake because they know you're going to get on them. So LeBron has to be that type of basketball player. But when you get on somebody, boost them up. Go back and pat him on the back and do that type of situation. And everybody's getting the word out that they're scared to play with him. But it is what it is, man. He's just a winner, and he wants the best from everybody.
So from that, I didn't get to this part because of what people said. They're one of those guys that people are thinking that is J.R. Smith. The mistake at the end of game one of the finals. When the game was tied, he got the rebound. People expected him to put it back up, kick it to somebody to make some kind of attempt at finishing that game off. And then, of course, the main storyline that happened was LeBron's reaction to J.R. Smith rather than what happened in the game. What did you think happened right there? Because as it happened, I knew what happened. I was watching it, and he was expecting the shot to be made. And when it wasn't, I was like, he's still thinking the shot was made. It's a quick mental blunder. So to that degree, has that ever happened? Have you seen something like that happen where it's like it's the most simple approach to a game, but somehow somebody who's a professional still missed it?
Everybody makes mistakes, but I always say this. I said, always know what's going on in the basketball game. You have to know what's going on in the basketball game. Even if he missed a free throw, which Hill did, you have to be conscious of what's going on in the basketball game. He just lost track and wasn't conscious of what happened. He thought they were up when he should have been looking at the clock and seeing what was going on, that they was tied basketball game. He made a mistake. Hill made a mistake. He missed a free throw. If Hill makes the free throw, we would never be in this situation of talking about it. And then Golden State would have to try to make a shot with 4 seconds to beat him. So we don't say that. Then when you run out and you see in LeBron is saying, hey. And then he said, what are you doing? That is him being a competitor, and he was like, man, you should know if I know what's going on. And that's what he was thinking.
It wasn't just LeBron. I'm sure the other guys,
everybody was saying
guys on the floor were like, wait.
Everybody was saying what was going on. Because you can look at everybody's faces like, what is he doing? What are you doing? Or even on the bench, you see that. And Ty Lue, the coach, even was saying, what's the problem? But we could have had something going like that. They could have called a timeout. A lot of people should have been thinking. Coaches should have been thinking, call timeout, and help him out that way. He made a mistake. It's over with. Yeah, it happens.
So as I was talking about how you'd run the floor, we see a lot of former players turn coaches, and you're coaching the Big Three we were talking about. Have you had thoughts of coaching NBA, getting in them from that range because you can control a team, you know how to put guys in certain places? Has that crossed your mind? Will we see you?
Well, it crossed my mind, and I don't know. It's different because you got a lot of players that are controlling this game now. We don't know if we're going to be there a long period of time. You got to be one of them coaches that be there a long time. You see Jason Kidd, you see Derek Fisher, and all the new guys, the newbies that try to come in here and do it. We always got our old school coaches that have been in the game for a long time who's coaching now because these owners want to do that. So I don't know. It's fun. This is Big Three stuff is really, really fun. It's really, really good. We only do it once a week. It's really challenging to do the NBA because you don't know what's going to happen. You might be there a year. You might be there 4 or 5 years. So you don't know. So you don't want to get into that situation.
If you did, though, what type of – because there's a style of play that I just like. And do you have to change that based off of personnel? Like, what kind of team would you like if you had to? I'm not saying you're going to do it. Let's not say we're doing that. But if you were going to coach a team, what's your style of team?
Well, my style of team will be the Boston Celtics type of style of team because I know I can groom them. I can get them into it. They're younger kids. I know that I can go at them. I know that I can gel them into the team I want them. Defense, being hard work and do that, and they'll bite into it. You get into a veteran team who got a lot of superstars, they don't want to bite into that sometimes. So I think I would have to have a Boston Celtics type of team, even the Toronto Raptors. That'll be a good team for me to go in there and coach because I know I got a lot of players that, a couple of veterans, and that they'll respect and they'll get out and work hard.
So built around defense first, because we know about your defensive background. How do you play defense the same now? People talk about the difference in the NBA from then till now and how you can't, the word is you can't touch a guy anymore. Steph Curry, he can run off screens, you can barely touch him. Reggie Miller ran off of screens the same way, but he can get touched a different way.
Right.
So how could you transition your guys to tell them to stop someone like that?
Well, you got to understand, you can't conceive to switching a big man to a Stephen Curry or a James Harden all the time. It's not going to work. So what we would have to do is we have to trap a lot of that. We have to rotate. It would be just a little bit different. You would have to go and practice every day and work on doing that type of situation. Me, if I was a head coach, I wouldn't let Steph Curry play. I wouldn't let him play. I'll try to get him out of his game all the time. I'll take the ball out of his hand. I'll make Clay or KD and them beat me. I'll do anything else. That's a different story playing against them. But when I got James Harden, I'll take the ball out of his hand. I wouldn't let him, dribble, set me up and hit me in the face with threes. I wouldn't do that. I would make them understand about something. I will make another player beat me before I make a superstar beat me.
And make sure that happens with the team-oriented defense altogether. I like it. There was one other thing, Mike Bibby. We talked about it for a second, but I just want to, can we bring up this picture, Mike Bibby, my man. Another Pac-10, well, we were Pac-10 at the time when I was there. The Pac-10 guy.
Yeah, that's my man.
He's also with the Big Three. So what do you think of this transformation, man?
I think Mike is just working out. He's been, we don't know what's been in mind. I think with being around Mike all the time, and I'm around him a lot, and I hang out with him a lot, Mike has just decided that he wanted to be lift. He wanted to be big, you know what I'm saying? Don't be talking about he's on steroids and all that. That's crazy. He doesn't do that. I'm telling you, I'm guaranteed doesn't do that. I'm guaranteeing this. That Mike is now all he does is he work out, lift a lot of weights.
He said 5 hours a day.
Yeah, he lifts a lot of weights, and plus people don't understand. He's got a high school team that he coaches. He's on the floor with them kids. He's doing a lot of workout. Every day he works out, and then people don't know. He's in every league. He plays in everything. He plays in every kind of basketball event. He's just a junkie of basketball and working out, and that's just it. He decided to get bigger. That is what it is.
Does that affect a jumper?
No.
Are you expecting to play him differently in the Big Three now?
No, he's not going to. He played that way. He got a little bigger this year, but he was about big, almost that same size last year, and shooting the ball the same way. If you work out and go to play basketball and keep doing it, you're going to loosen all that up. You're just going to get bigger. That's it. And I think Mike, he's, I like it. I like it. Be big as you want to, Mike. If you want to start bodybuilding, go to that A2, man. I'll be there to see you, boss. That's
I want to see it. That's going to be cool. Gary Payton, Hall of Famer, of course, the glove, if y'all don't know. If y'all too young to realize it, look it up, make it happen. And Jayar Jackson, hey, this is the new show every Monday.
Jayar, it's our show, right? Y'all see me a couple more times. Hey.